Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here. I'm kind of in a hurry, so I'm gonna wrap up the intro so you can listen to the story. It's going to be a two parts short movie. The first part is here. I have read the first books of Percy Jackson in the past days. As for why I was not uploading, it was because of an internet issue, and yeah, and I couldn't do anything. I was just literally pulling my hair out. Sorry about that, but it's sorted out, and I'm uploading regularly now from now onwards. But it's just that I'm kind of in a hurry, so that is why it's a two parts short movie instead of a movie. So I hope you don't mind. And this short movie will be more oriented towards The Lightning Thief, the book one of Percy Jackson. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. And if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And by the way, the name of the story is What If Baby Naruto Was Raised by Artemis? And yeah, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato on the night of the Kyubi attack. As we see, Minato Mikaze was currently laying on the ground, as the whole battlefield was now silent. Hiruzen Sarutobi, the retired third Hokage, was standing in front of the dead body of his successor. He was numb and still in his head was repeating the words of his now dead successor Minato Mikaze. Please, Hiruzen-sama, protect my son. As his gaze fell towards them, as he remembered these words again and again, the said boy, who was crying in his crib, as his parents' dead body laid at his feet on the ground. As he was about to go and pick it up, we see, out of thin air, warping into reality, was a masked person. What? So Minato was seeing the truth. There was a masked person behind this whole mess. You think you have won, Minato. I will make sure that you regret getting into my plans. You should have taken my deal. Now, I'll make sure your son never sees the next day. As he brought him in to the vortex, and both of them disappeared right before their eyes. Hokage-sama, what are you waiting for? Go find that bastard and make sure nothing happens to that boy, yelled out Hiruzen, as he himself then went on a search. I promise you, Minato, no matter how much it takes, I won't let that bastard grab your son and disappear. He will pay for this, all of this. As on the other side we see, far away from Konoha, out of a vortex appeared the said masked person, empty-headed though. Where's the child? I took care of it. You what? He could have been used. There was no point. Shinigami has been involved. We tried to take the Biju, it would have died with the soul. I heard Minato say that. I see. The Biju will reform within 9 years or so. All we have to do is wait until then. The fate of Elemental Nation is now sealed. I see. But why did you take the child? I wanted to make sure Minato realized just what kind of mistake he did, crossing me, Madara Uchiha. Obito, you're not... I am not Obito. Obito died that night. I see. You better ought to be remembering that, Zetsu. My mistake. I remember. Now, Lord Madara. Good. As unaware to Obito, what he did was, instead of just throwing Naruto into time-space, made him appear in a different reality altogether. A reality much different than their own. Quite a lot, with a no way back. As now we see, all the way on the other side, in a huge lush forest, some group of hunters with silver armor and silver wearing, with bows and arrows, were walking. As on each side of their shoulder was a wooden tree, in which tied was quite a lot of animals that they have hunted with their bows and arrows. Leading them was a girl with a burned red hair and silver eyes, as her eyes shone under the moon. As suddenly, out of thin air, they heard cries of a child. My lady, it is a child's cry. It could be a man. As Artemis narrowed her eyes and glared at one of the hunters. Even if it is an infant child, and it is under my domain. As she took it to her feet and arrived where the child's cries were, and she was shocked to see a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child with tan skin and almost fox-like features because of the whisker marks that he had. As she picked him up, hush, child. Her aura as well as her domain began to calm Naruto down as he began to fall asleep. His blue eyes opened and glanced at the silver-eyed girl with red hair, and immediately he began to giggle and try to grab onto the finger of the said girl. As that is when we see the others followed suit. My lady, what do you think, Zoe? He's a male. A man. He is a child, Zoe. Yes, but he's gonna soon turn into them. It seems that I have failed into teaching you that not every male becomes like that. Most of them do, but not all of them. Is that like Orion? Even better than him. How so? I will show you. How about we raise him? What? But my lady, you never accept them until they decide to turn into jackalopes. This one won't, I guess. Times have changed, and I guess a little bit of me can change as well. As that is when Zoe and Phoebe both came forward. My lady, are you sure you're okay? Of course I am, my old friend. As that is when thunder boomed. As she sighed. Seems like Lord Zeus found out. Yep, he always does. As she then said, I'll be taking my child with me. Your child? As immediately now we see Artemis and the said baby boy then disappeared. As the only people that were left behind were the hunters who were told to set up a camp. And so Zoe was leading them while waiting and hoping that her goddess and patron wouldn't get into trouble. Up on the Mount Olympus, we see the whole council in the form of a U formation was now seated. As Zeus was now sitting with quite a serious expression on his face. As Artemis arrived. What is it, father? The child that you're holding does not belong in our domain. He belongs to another reality, the Shinto pantheon. We have made a deal, an agreement that nothing from their pantheons come into our domain and from ours into theirs, long ago. He has arrived and found me, father. But it also possesses one of the typhoons, said Hera. As Apollo then said, I'm sorry, sis, but yes, I was the one who alerted them. We can't just ignore the fact that the nine-tailed fox is within that child. He is the Jinchuriki. Is that so? As that is when Aphrodite then got up and immediately was trying to grab onto Naruto. No, please don't. He will suffer. Why are you acting like this, Deity? Asked Hermes. My daughter that I left behind. Her name was Kushina. He has her scent. And I followed her life, suffered a fate that was cruel to her when she was younger. But she turned out to be a valid Konoichi, a strong one at that. The second most strongest in the whole elemental nations. But she died. And the people, they're not gonna stand for this. You broke the rule and went there. Unlike you, Lord Zeus, I have made friends with them. And we have allowed this exchange. But you, as under my domain, had to ask me for the permission to go there. You think I would? As Zeus grumbled, because nowadays nobody listened to him. But he sat down. No point in denying any of this and delaying any of this. We are to send the child back. I promise to you, Lord Zeus on River Styx, that please, if you do send this back, I will fight you for your domain and challenge you. You dare? Yes. As that is when something entirely different happened, as the child was now hanging on to the finger of Artemis, and Hera and many others could see that Artemis had a smile on her face. Artemis then said, Father, I wish to raise the boy as my own. You can't! You have vowed to remain a maiden, and I am. I am adopting him. He is to be my son. It is time I teach my hunters a little bit about the other half of the whole population that we have created. They only like the mortal females, but hate the mortal males. Not all of them are to be hated. And Naruto can be a perfect test. I see. So that's it, huh? Yes. I beg of you, father. As Zeus then became serious, his daughter has never said these words. While Athena was just monitoring this, it could be helpful to us, father. the prophecy that has been stated. I guess it is quite possible he would be our undercard. Fine, you are allowed to raise him. We will talk with the Shinto Pantheon. No need to talk, Lord Zeus. As the Shinigami arrived, someone similar to Hades in terms. What are you doing here, Shinto? I am not here to fight or agitate you, Lord Zeus, as he bowed. He was to be the child of prophecy of our domain, but somehow Lord Chaos thought that he would be needed here more. So, he was sent here. I willed it. I see. So you interfered. Yes. If he is needed here more, then we will keep him. Yes. That you should do. We do not want any trouble with the Olympians. And we do not want any trouble with the Shinto as well. As both of them nodded, and then Shinigami disappeared. Well, that was tense, said Ares, as everyone glanced at him. As now we see, Zeus then said, the child is to stay with Artemis. Until he is of the age, he will go to the Half-Blood Hill, to the camp, and he will reside there and become a hero in training. As that is when Athena then said, Shinigami did left a lot of scrolls there. What? As Athena then got up and began to check. I see. What is it, Athena? Is it a trap? No, father, it isn't. What it is the tools to train Naruto, because he possesses chakra. Naruto, said Artemis and the others. That is the child's name. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. But now he will be remembered as Naruto of the Olympians, because he belongs to us. I see. Naruto, huh? I like that name. As Poseidon also cheered, because he did enjoy that name as well. It meant a whirlpool. And so, Artemis was allowed to raise the child alongside her hunters. And time began to pass. Naruto reached at the age of 5, where many thought would be a hell for men, was quite a paradise for Naruto, because he was raised as a little brother figure of all of the huntresses, and Artemis herself as a mother figure. Naruto would help them out, make their bows sharp, and also tend to the campfire and help them cook, as well as, with the guidance of his mother, train under them with the arts of bow as well as of the kunais that were tri-pronged left behind as the heritage of his father and mother. And so Naruto reached at the age of 10 when he was training near the Half-Blood Hill. He has met Chiron as well as his uncle Dionysus, or otherwise known as Mr. D, who was in charge of the camp. And not only that, he has met with quite a lot of, heroes as well, from different cabins. But Naruto liked to stay in the wild. And one night while staying there, he saw a Cyclops chasing after a bunch of demigods and a satyr. As now we go towards them. Come on, Thalia, we're almost there. I know. We're almost there, Luke, but what about the Cyclops? And Grover, he's passed out. As that is when Thalia Grace, daughter of Zeus, with her lightning blue eyes and funk-like clothing and black hair, then said, cross the border. What? What are you going to do? Someone has to stay behind to give you some time. You have to carry Grover as well. Thalia, go there, Luke, now. As she took her last stand and used her powers of her father's domain to try to fight. But that is when Naruto intervened. What the hell? Cross that barrier right now, demigod. Let me handle this. As Naruto, with his narrowed eyes, then said, for Artemis. As he loaded his bow, that morphed into 10 bows, as it impaled the Cyclops right through the eyes, one after the other, causing him to turn into dust and crumble down. As Naruto then turned, are you all alright? He looked down towards a young girl who almost had an uncanny resemblance to someone. I already know who this one is. Oh dear. This might be trouble, said Naruto, now looking at the older girl which had the punk clothing and whatnot with greater care. As the thunder boomed, as Naruto then looked up and said, "Yeah, yeah, I know, Gigi, I won't say a thing." As all of them went inside, and Naruto went back to his camp, and as soon as he arrived in his tent that he was on his own in, we see someone was waiting for him there. "Ah, took you long enough." "Jeez, uncle, you're here?" "Ah, come on, don't be like that. You're like you're not happy to see your old uncle Apollo." "I am, but why are you here?" "Well, the old man is quite angry at what you have done." "What have I done?" "You took glory from his daughter." "Or what now?" I just saved him." "Well, he's told me to bring you up there. He's quite mad." "Oh, okay." As Naruto was brought up there and only found that Zeus was there and he was not happy. Hey Gigi, why are you mad?" "Why am I mad?" he asks. "Why did you intervene, Naruto? We have told you to stay away from the camp. What were you doing near?" "Oh, I was just camping and I saw a Cyclops and heard some noises. I just went in to help them." "That I'm grateful for, but this now this now is quite confusing for the prophecy." "You don't need to worry about anything, Gigi. Everything will be fine. There are some things you don't know about, boy. Things that are beyond us even. If the prophecy is to become fulfilled, then we all will be ruined." "Brother, calm down. He helped save your daughter that you sired behind our backs." Uncle Poseidon?" "Yes, Naruto." Um, do do you know that as Poseidon told him to shut it or he wouldn't allow him to use his water element?" "Alright, Naruto, I'm gonna stop you for a whole year as a form of punishment for interfering in the prophecy that you won't be allowed to use the flying Raiden." "Oh, come on, Gigi, that is my favorite technique." "Even if it is, Brad, and whenever you try to burn me up, I won't listen. You have intervened, and now you will pay the consequences of that." "Ah, fine, fine. I'll accept those terms." And as Naruto was about to leave, we see that Hera and the others were arriving. "Lady Hera?" As Hera picked him up and leveled him with the eye. Even if Naruto was at least 8 to 9 years old, he was still a kid. "What did you say?" Hera said with her narrowed brown eyes. I mean, Grandma Hera." "Yes, always." As that is when Hera then said, "How about we go and to your Aunt Hestia and stay there for the time being?" Okay." And so Naruto was brought there. As Demeter was there as well, who greeted Naruto because Naruto enjoyed the cereal that she made. The only person who did so. And as well as Aphrodite, who was like a grandmother figure to Naruto as well, but acted more like an older sister figure. As Naruto was seated there, we see Naruto was being teased by Aphrodite, telling him that he liked one of his sisters from Artemis groups, which Naruto was denying, because that would be weird. As that is when Artemis arrived. "What are you doing here, Naruto? You told me that you will be going to camp alone, not here on Mount Olympus." "Oh, well, Gigi called me and, well, Grandma caught me, so she told me that I should visit." "Yes, it has been some time since I have met my grandson, and so now we see Athena arrived. Naruto, you have been missing out some of your classes as well, and I am utterly disappointed. I wish to study more of this chakra, and you are to come to me for training, and because of that, 10 points minus." What? "No, please, Athena sensei, you can't." As Athena liked the term, because Naruto was respectful, because he was raised by Artemis, unlike all the other male gods. As that is when Naruto slumped his shoulder. "Do not be sad, son. Just eat and then go out to camp." Yes, mother," Naruto said. As Hestia then said, "Calm down. Soon he will be moving to Camp of Blood." "Yes, he will be moving there. Come on, it's not that bad. He'll be able to meet a lot of his cousins and whatnot. And who knows, maybe he'll be able to find someone who he likes." As Naruto blushed. "No, it's too soon." "If he's going to marry, of course he is," said Hera. "Then I will have to say yes." "Is that so?" said Hera with narrowed eyes. "Yes, Lady Hera." We'll see about that." Come on, Grandma. Mother, please don't fight." Yes, sister," said Hestia with a smile. "Do not fight, and you as well, Artemis. Enjoy the cookies that I have baked." And so Artemis smiled and many others, and had a good time generally with Naruto. And as Naruto was leaving, we see Zeus and said, "Ah, you got free from there?" Yes. But Gigi, I'm just leaving. Good. Just try to avoid Ares. He has been asking that, and more like whining that you haven't sparred with him, and he wishes to spar with someone. As Naruto flinched, yeah, I don't think I want to. He kind of go a little loose. Ah, I know. Just just go on your way. Take the path from the forge and down to the Apollo's temple. There, he will take you back. Okay. Thanks, Gigi. Bye. Take care of yourself, my boy. As Zeus had a smile on his face as he left. Zeus, Zeus said to his brother Poseidon, who was standing there. That boy, since the day has arrived, has changed quite a lot on Mount Olympus. We haven't been close like this ever since. Yes, I do see it, and it is for the good, I believe. Yes, of course it is. As both of them did agree, because Artemis has changed, she has been calm and more tormented. I mean, torment of Apollo, and not only that, of her other brothers as well, instead of just shooting them down with arrows. And Naruto, he has changed the perspective of the hunters as well, that not all males are bad. Now they approach cautiously still to the girls who are still in need and are to be recruited. Most of them indeed are found by Naruto and the spy network that he has been able to create. Some of the satyrs, nymphs, and dryads, and they give reports to Naruto about the surroundings and whatnot, and of the demigods who are in need of help. As Naruto finally was passing by the forges, he saw his cousin Hephaestus. Oh hey, Hephaestus, how are you? I'm fine, Naruto. How are you? I'm fine as well. Are you done with your new project? Of course it is. This time around I am gonna catch Aphrodite and Ares in the act. I've laid out the perfect traps, and soon everything will be displayed to the whole Mount Olympus. Sure do love pranking them, huh? Sometimes I do wonder, why is Hermes the one that is called the god of pranks and not you? Yeah, that is something I do tend to wonder as well, kid. But if I was the god of pranks, who will be me then? Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I'll be off then. Yeah, see you later, kid. And if you need those kunais, much more durable and whatnot, send them to me. I'll help you out in no time. And as Naruto arrived to his uncle's temple, we see it was quite brightly shine as Naruto brought out the goggles that has been given to him. But when he checked the box in which he has kept them, they weren't there. As Naruto crushed the box under his hand, curse you, Hermes. I just spoke of you and stole them. Fine. If that is how you want to play, I'm gonna prank your kids once I get back there. And so he entered with quite closed eyes, squinting them almost because of the shine. Well, if it is my cute nephew, what are you doing here? Well, you were the one who brought me here. You have to be the one to take me back. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I can't take you back right now. What? What do you mean? Well, Naruto, there is a kid who might be in need of your help. And he's here, down in New York. What? Who? Listen, I have seen quite a lot, okay, because of my awesome prophetical powers. Of course you have. Hey, come on. I do have them, and I am cool. You have to admit that. Yes, I do. Just tell me what they are. It seems that my father is not the only one who has sired a child. You mean Uncle Poseidon or Uncle Hades did? Yes. Uncle Poseidon did. Wait, what? Does anybody? Not everybody is aware. Only I am right now. And you're not gonna tell? Of course not. I mean, I do see each and everything, but I tend to keep a lot of secrets, Naruto. And I see that you will be the one to help him on his quest because of the prophecy. You think he's the one? Daz, there was a smirk on his face. What do you think? Send me down there. I'll see to it. And so, Apollo sent in Naruto. And as soon as Naruto arrived back in the New York City, he was standing in front of an academy, a boarding school known as Yancy Academy. For what Naruto was able to gather from the three dryers that lived there, it was that this was a school for delinquents, children with problems. Quite a lot. Oh, great. Just what I needed. And Naruto had clothes of the said academy and a boarding pass. And I'm boarding here? Geez, just my luck. And as soon as Naruto arrived, he was taken to his room. And as soon as he met the two people who were bunking beds there, with an empty bunk bed down underneath the two, Naruto knew that one was a satyr immediately. And the satyr realized who it was. It was someone who has helped him, and he was sent here, right now. And the boy sleeping upstairs with his mouth drooling was none other than the boy Percy Jackson himself. As Naruto then said, "Boy, satyr, wake up. Lord Naruto, jeez, just call me Naruto, it's fine. But you're the first male in centuries, no, in since forever to be raised by, Lady Artemis." "Oh, great. Another one of those. You saved me as well. A few days ago. Days, but I've been gone only for like, I forgot. Time passes usually differently on Mount Olympus than here. If the, well, gods wish or deems it to. Yes, you have been there? Yeah, I was just sent it here, saying that I was needed here. I see. I'll be grateful if you are able to keep watch over him." And so Naruto sent a letter to his sisters and mother while he boarded the academy. And so time began to pass by as Naruto and Percy and Grover became good friends and were now on their way to a museum on trip, while one of the bullies was bothering Grover again. "I'm gonna kill her. You're already on probation, man," said Naruto to Percy. "Let me handle this. Miss Nancy Boba Fett, is something bothering you?" "Yeah, you losers." As her friends chuckled. "Oh boy, your face is really disgusting up close." What? As her friends laughed at her own misfortune. "What did you say to me, Uzumaki?" "I said what I said. Now beat it." Naruto released a little bit of killer intent. Now normally he wouldn't do that, to girls especially, but she? Yes, she was exceptional. His mother has taught him that his hands could be used only for those who needed and deserved it. And she, in Naruto's eyes, deserved it more than ever. And so, a woman, an old lady, then arrived. Now, honey, why don't you go and sit down?" As Naruto's eyes morphed red as he glared at her. "Yes, teacher, I will. Yes, I think you should." And so, Naruto arrived, where Percy as well as Grover were, and settled down. "Thanks, Kurama." As suddenly a fox materialized and was now sleeping on Naruto's lap. Naruto, you brought in Kurama? Your pet fox?" "Jeez, of course I would. Why would I leave him there, stuffed and suffocating in that damn room? Why, what if the teacher sees it?" "It can see me as much as it wants." "Tell them that, Naruto." "Jeez, Kurama, you know I can't tell them that." "Well, I'll try to keep him hidden." "Yeah, I don't want our buddy here to get, found out and given to some zoo." "They can try all they want. But as I am bound to you, kid, I won't be going anywhere anytime soon." "Of course, Kurama. Of course." Naruto now was quite shocked when he found out that there was a fox sealed inside of him, when the fox was the one who made contact with Naruto, because it heard everything since its birth, and was now quite curious because Naruto was being raised by someone who were considered gods in their domain, the Olympians, and he heard the talk between the Shinto pantheon as well as the Olympians, and because of that, Kurama was quite curious. And that curiosity led to him meeting the kid when he was in training. And later on, he became some sort of a symbol to him because Naruto and he bonded quite a lot because of their love for nature and peace and serenity. As now we see, in the present, they arrived there. As Percy and all the others were walking through, their teacher, Mr. Burner, which Naruto knew was Chiron in hiding, since he has met him already, was guiding him through. as he asked Percy a question, which he obviously was telling them, but in quite a weird fashion way, when Nancy said, "How are we gonna use this knowledge in real life?" As Percy then said, he didn't know, which was quite an obvious answer, but Mr. Bernard seemed quite disappointed, which Naruto was quite shocked about. Jeez, he gotta do better than that. I mean, the poor kid looks quite disappointed that his teacher is disappointed in him. Well, whatever it is, he's gonna get through, I'm sure of it. And so, they were sitting near the fountain when they had a break eating their lunch when Nancy arrived and caused trouble, only for Percy to use water and send them down, causing Grover's eye to go wide while Naruto's remained normal. Ah, so he is the son of Poseidon, the sea god, right? Of course he is. Well, Gigi is not gonna be happy. Until Naruto noticed the weather. Wait, this isn't right. The winter solstice. It was only a few months back. I heard something happened, but I thought everything was cool between them. Everything was sorted. As Naruto looked towards Grover. Grover, I have to leave. Handle things here. Do you think something's up? I have to go. As Naruto then disappeared with a snap of his finger, making them forget, as Grover looked towards Jiron, who nodded, telling him that it was okay. Unbeknownst to them, Naruto had left behind two clones in order to help out Percy if it was needed. Naruto arrived in the forest and then dropped a Dramcha coin, which was made out of a gold and had Mount Olympus on one side, and on the other side was Zeus himself, image engraved. And so, he summoned the Chariot of Damnation. As the Dramcha dropped on the ground, it was consumed as from darkness a mist emerged, and a taxi, which was similar to any taxi in New York, turned completely black, was seated there, with three sisters who had one eyeball in one hand. Yes, Mount Olympus. Fast. Get in. And so, the three sisters begin to drive while fighting, blitzing past the streets of New York all the way to where the Empire State Building was. Naruto got to the counter and then said, 600th floor, now, to Mount Olympus. There's no such. As Naruto released his killer intent, oh, it's you, Lord Naruto. He gave Naruto the key card and told him the elevator that materialized in the middle of the ward as the card came closer to it. Getting inside, Naruto was headed up until we see his sensei materialize. Oh, hey sensei. It seems you are quite also curious one, aren't you? Like a fox. As Athena then said, you should not need to meddle into this, Naruto. Of course you would say that, sensei. What do you mean? Said Athena with stormy grey eyes, narrowed now. Since, I know that you're not on good terms with Uncle Poseidon and all that, then you better not intervene or you will now have a one-on-one training session with me. Is that something you want? No. I mean, yes. I mean, no. That is what I thought. So stay out of it. But I have to see and know why they're fighting. Well, if that is why you're here, then I wouldn't stop you. Go and find out for yourself. And so, she disappeared from the elevator as Naruto arrived. Dashing through, Naruto arrived inside the throne room, where he saw that in front of everyone, both his Gigi and Uncle Poseidon was bickering. Whoa, hey, what is going on? Said Naruto as everyone stopped and looked at him, and he felt quite odd because of that. What are you doing here, Naruto? Now is not the time. Leave. We are in an important discussion, and for the last time, I'm telling you, I don't have it. That boy is really yours. It is in a moment of days that you will claim him, and I am. What are you going to do about that? You have claimed Thalia, and she is alive. That is why you contacted Naruto to stay near your son so that he would survive as well. What about the prophecy? What if he is the one? He wouldn't be. As Naruto then said, can you two calm down, please? Stay out of this, Naruto, said Poseidon. I appreciate the gesture, but please. Look, I'm trying my best to keep everyone out of this mess. What has happened? You didn't tell me the last time. And now, you have gotten serious. All I see is thunder rumbling, but no lightning. Because my lightning bolt is stolen. What? Since winter. Yes. Why didn't you not tell me? And how could that had been stolen? There was, well, some kids who were brought here on a field trip from Half-Blood Hill. Oh, great. And you're blaming Uncle Poseidon's son, Gigi? Seriously? Obviously, he would be the one who jailed me. He has done this in the past. That is why I'm telling you to stay out of this, boy. Would you give me a chance to figure this out? I'll help you and I'll find that. No, don't get involved into this, Naruto, said Artemis as she stood up. Mother, with all due respect, please. I have to do this. Otherwise they would fight each other and many of the people down there will suffer. Naruto is right, said Athena. Maybe we should test him. It is time he is to be tested. He has done us great jobs in the past, and this would be his first quest. Fine. But I still doubt that it is your son who is behind everything, making you the culprit, Poseidon. I'll make sure I find out who it is. And so, Naruto then arrived back there, where Naruto found out that Jiron as well as everyone has gone, leaving him a letter. And so, Naruto then used his Harishin as he has marked Percy already and arrived inside a Camaro that was now blazing through the road outside towards where the Half-Blood Hill was, with the monster coming near them. What is going on? Naruto, you're here, said Percy. Lord Naruto, great timing. Lord? What do you mean, Grover? You don't know him. Jeez, Grover, I told you not to blow the cover, and just call me Naruto. Drop the Lord and all that. As Kurama materialized on Naruto's shoulder. Hey, Mrs. Jackson. Oh, hey, Naruto. You're also a... Yeah, technically you can say that. Kid. It seems like it is a mentoress that is coming near. Should I? I know you want to have fun, Kurama. Just don't cause too much trouble or Uncle Hades would be mad, okay? Fine. As Percy then said, whoa, just... Now, Kurama spoke. Yes, I did. You are really quite dumb, Percy, said Kurama. Excuse me? Sorry, Mrs. Jackson, but it is the truth. And so, the huge fox leapt and morphed into a huge titan, and the Minotaurus, sensing its power as the Ninetail screeched, decided to tuck tail and run away. As soon as they arrived now safely, we see Percy's mother rushed them inside as a lot of other things then arrived. As Naruto then said, alright Kurama, time to go KCM2. Oh boy, you gotta give it a name now, didn't you? Yeah, it's cool. And so Naruto then turned KCM2. I always feel like Super Saiyan when I'm this. And then he beat down the monster, turning them into golden dust, and the Minotaur that decided to come back charging with his horns, taking the bull's horn as a form of a trophy, and then coming inside. Well, is everyone safe? Yes. As that is when Percy noticed that his mother was leaving. Mom, what are you doing? I have to leave, Percy. If I stay here, I might be in trouble. As Naruto made a few clones, as Percy was shocked even further. And somewhat was Sally Jackson herself, as Naruto then said, I will guide you back until you reach New York, and then you will be safe. You don't need to stay with Smelly Gabe. I made sure that it looked like an accident. You what? He deserved to die. I was raised by someone who hates men for a living. Oh, I see. As after that, Sally returned only to find her husband murdered in cold blood alongside his friends and contacted the cops. And the cops never found anyone, and so the case opened was closed, leaving Sally with a home to herself and a car and with a lot of money because of the insurance now, which she was gonna use for her own good. As back at home, Naruto clones then moved away after a few days. As Percy was adjusting, as today was Friday and they were facing one another, Ares' team as well as, well, Athena's team. Naruto obviously fought from Athena's side because she was her sensei and helped them bond, while Ares were gritting their teeth as Naruto then said, don't be like that, Clarice. Your father and I have fought as well, and we're at a tie right now. Huh? It's obviously a lie, Uzumaki. One of these days I'm gonna get you, no matter you train under the moon goddess or not. But I will beat you. Yeah, whatever you say, tough girl. As she had a blush on her face, but she left. As Naruto then arrived into the big house, where he saw his uncle D, or Mr. D, who was seated there, was playing cards with Chiron. Well, you done with it? Of course I am. Uncle, what do you think of me? Well, Menma, I'm proud of you as well. Yeah, sure. His name is Naruto, Mr. D. Please, at least say his name right, or you know Artemis will be on your back. Yeah, she can try. Look, I want to speak to Oracle about the prophecy and take a quest. I already know, Father told me. Trying to play a hero, you know how always they end up, right? Yep, like you, right? Yeah, wait, what? Are you playing with me, boy? Just joking, Uncle D. You're cool as hell. Of course I am. As Chiron chuckled, because Naruto was the only one who pushed somewhat buttons of Mr. D. I like that boy. I'm worried. Let's play some more, Chiron. Well, I say you're royally fleshed, Mr. D. Ah, damn it, I hate this game as well. And you damn centaur. As now we see, Naruto then arrived into the attic as a mummified figure was seated there until its mouth opened and it muttered the prophecy of one betraying them, finding something that they wanted, and huge, huge things steering awake. Naruto obviously knew what it meant, and so he decided to go to the west for the god who has turned. Obviously, knowing there it was Hades' domain, he had to pick up the candidates, and he knew that Uncle Poseidon would want his son to go on this because he was the one who was being framed. So he picked him, and obviously Annabeth wanted to go, so she, because of the curiosity and wanting to go outside, with her narrowed eyes tagged along. And Naruto agreed, and Grover also wanted to go alongside them. So he was selected. Luke gave Percy's sneakers, which was given to him by Hermes, that had wings. And Naruto was quite shocked about this, because he knew that his deity wouldn't allow Percy right now on his domain, even if he wasn't mad. But Percy couldn't refuse, so he accepted, and so their quest began. As they arrived through the terminal and got up on a board on the bus, we see some people which made Percy's face color dried. Oh boy, she's back again. Of course she would be. She's here for revenge, wouldn't she? And so she turned into a monster in the bus and tried to attack. Naruto obviously used mist to make people see that nothing was happening and it was a crash, and dealt with the three monsters, making sure that Percy and the others were safe and escaping with them. Naruto, seeing that they were quite far away still from Los Angeles, then decided that they needed to travel fast. But Naruto alone couldn't do that, so they took the scenic route. As soon as they arrived, Naruto noticed that the others were quite exhausted, and they found a statuary nearby. As it said, Mrs. M with EM. Naruto obviously knew that something was off about this as he saw the statues. Oh boy. Guys, I think we should leave, but the burger and cheeseburger and all that. Grower? Tin cans. I want tin cans. Annabeth? We are exhausted, Naruto. It would be great, wouldn't it? Ah, said a woman as she arrived with her head coverings and all that. My name is Mrs. M. I am the proprietor of this humble statuary as you see it. The statues are quite ominous, I must say, said Naruto. The face is as if they are afraid. My, the face is the quite difficult part to get. The rest, as you can see, I am quite good at. Hey, that statue over there looks like my uncle Ferdinand. As that is when Grover noticed, oh god, it is Uncle Ferdinand. That's 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 not Mrs. M, that's Medusa. As Medusa took off her headscarf, revealing her snakes and her monstrous form. Don't look her in the eye, said Naruto. As QB, with the help of QB's senses, Naruto was able to dodge. Well, if it isn't the Olympians' attack dogs. And quite a lot of familiar faces. Just look at me, Percy. I wouldn't hurt you. Why would I? And you, Satyr, would be a fine collection. And you, daughter of Athena, will suffer. You on the other side attack dog will die. Is that what you think I am, huh? Of course, an outsider brought in by Olympians to be used as their weapon. I see. Well, I'm not gonna use Olympian weapons to beat you. I'm gonna use my own. As in Naruto's hand morphed two yellow blue balls made out of dense chakra, as Naruto then said, Twin Rasengan! As Naruto slammed both Rasengan on the back and front faces of the Medusa, causing her head to explode and materialized in the form of a box. And so, after closing the box, Naruto then opened his eyes. What do they mean, Naruto? Yeah, I was brought from away. So what? It's not like I'm an attack dog or anything. They really are my family. Look, really need to finish this quest, Percy, for your sake, and to make sure the war doesn't happen. As the others nodded and agreed, and so they then arrived somehow by sneaking into a train all the way to Los Angeles. And as soon as they arrived there, they were about to head into Hades, but they couldn't find where his studio was. But they met someone who Naruto was aware of. Here he comes. Whatever you do, just try to remain calm. It is his domain that would cause trouble with your brain senses and whatnot. What do you... And suddenly Percy and Elbert felt as if they want to cut each other's throat and many things else, as if they were agitated, pissed off. And roaring from a bike ahead with a skull arrived a biker with red shades. Well, if it isn't my sparring partner. Well, hey Ares, what are you doing here? All the way here to the west. Don't need to act so alert, Naruto. I'm just here to give you these goods. They are from your mother. Oh, is that so? And she asked you? Hey, I was nearby. She more like threatened me to give them to you. I see. If that is what you think. Think whatever you want, kid. I am only here to deliver your mother's goods to you. Even I can do some good, you know? I can't believe it. You better, punk. Well, I'll be out of your hair now. But before that, I really need something to be done by these kids while you go meet old man under there. Wait, Naruto, you can't go alone there. We just do what he says. Uncle Hades wouldn't harm me, but same couldn't be said for you. He trusts me. I know that much. See? Everything is settled. Just make sure you don't get killed by Cerebrus. He's not quite happy for what you did last time. And so Naruto arrived in the underworld, which was more like a airport facilities but only for souls. As Naruto arrived in front of Chiron. Yeah, guys, sorry about that, but I have to leave the story here for the time being because I have an urgency. Alright? I will upload a follow up short movie tomorrow, so stay tuned for that and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.